Hi, welcome to Desmos. I chose this tool for many reasons. First, it provides access to a free graphing calculator, which is important since not all kids can afford $100 calculators. This tool provides equitable access as the 2008 ISTE Teacher Standard 4B recommends. Desmos also gives me a way to include activities in my classroom that allow students to collaborate and clarify their conceptual understanding, which is important according to the standard 1C and TCK1. During this video, we're going to look at the different calculators offered and the different activities offered. This would be meant for teachers just to get a basic overview of what Desmos can do for them in their classroom. So if you go to desmos.com, you'll notice that you can get a 4-function and a scientific calculator. But even more powerful is if you go to desmos.com/calculator, and you'll get this graphing calculator. Okay, it's very user friendly. Go over here and we just can type x equals 3, and you'll notice that you can do a vertical line, which you can't always do very easily in a TI-83, so this makes it a nice tool. I can just click down here and start another line, so y equals 2. Okay. And you'll notice that you can come over here and you'll see that it does label the point where they intersect. I can also go down here and change my equal to a less than, and we automatically have the shading. And right here we can change it to a greater than or equal to, and again you have the shading that is just really powerful for kids to be able to see. Okay. Over on the left, we can get rid of these, and if you go up to the top, you'll notice that there are some basic explorations that we can do. So right here, if I wanted to look at lines that were in point slope form, just go to Open Graph, and you'll notice as point slope form, and it lets us change our x1, y1, and we can see what happens to the graph and our slope. And so just a real quick way for students to explore either by themselves or directed by an activity. Notice that you can print up at the top, and you can also share it, so you can assign something to a student and have them share it with you. Also up here, if we go to the settings, if you're trying to use it with a class, you can put it in projector mode, which makes things darker. And something else I really like is that it has polar graphs that you can use. And so in Trig, just a nice way for students to be able to visualize that graph also. Okay, so just a really powerful tool there. Now for ways to leave this in your class or use this in your classroom, let's go back here and you'll see that you can go to teachers.desmos.com, and actually down here below you'll see staff picks, and just a quick perusal will let you see all the awesome pictures that can be made, and you can see how this would really spark creativity in your classroom. Okay, so let's go to my account here in teacherdesmos.com, and I already have one activity bookmarked, but as you can see here that they have activities of the weeks and featured activities. They also have bundles that are great. If you know that you're going to be hitting a topic and you're not really sure what order you want to do it in, they already have bundles that lead you step by step through the order. And these are all, again, free of charge. So let's go to the one I've bookmarked. And I was doing linear systems, and what they start you out with is a simple guess who game against the computer, and you pick one picture and then you have to ask yes no questions, and the computer answers just trying to find out which picture you have. And so then it matches you with the partner in your own classroom who is at the same step, and it gives you lines, systems of lines, and you're going to do the exact same thing with them. And so all you have to do is create your class code, and I've already done that. And if we go to the dashboard, we can see what you as a teacher are able to see while your students are doing this. So again, you have a reminder of your class code, a link, okay, and where to go. And I had 4 people sign up to play this, and these 2 people didn't do it, and these 2 did complete it. And if we go here, we can see what they actually did. You can see that they picked these lines and the questions that were asked and how they responded. The second person, okay? And so the person has to type it. The second person has to choose yes or no, and so they have to answer correctly. And so it's, again, just set up just like a Guess Who game, but it really makes students talk or at least type it out. They have to think, are they answering correctly? They have to think about what questions to ask. And so they really start gathering the characteristics of what they're trying to learn here. Also, while they're waiting, they'll be asked some different questions, like what question could you ask to distinguish between these graphs? Okay, and possibly something um, like this that would make you think a little bit. So they're asking some higher level thinking questions also. Okay, there's also a way to anonymize, and you can take a student's individual screen and show it up to the class, and no one would know whose it is, but you can discuss an important topic. You can also pause this class, which will cause everybody's screens to stop, and so that way you can talk with them after they've completed an activity if you want to go over some things. So 2 really powerful features of this. So let's go back. Okay, so these are the pre-made activities, and if we go and search home, you'll see that there are a lot of activities. There's bundles, like we mentioned. You can go under linear, it's a linear bundle. Okay, you can go to most popular, you can go to the latest, you can search for an activity. These polygraphs are the yes/no questions, and so you can see that they have them for quite a few topics, okay? But maybe you don't want what they have, you can make your own. So you go to custom and you go here, okay, and they do have an activity builder. They have videos that will help you work it out, okay? But some neat things here, just as a quick show off, is that you can do graphs, of course. You can have things where people have to sketch. You can embed videos to keep things engaging with a drag and drop feature. You can have notes that call attention. You can have them have to put inputs. Okay. You can have where they have to make choices. There's multiple choice. There's explain. Okay, you have marble slides. And what's another really powerful tool is a card sort. And so again, if you don't like an activity, you are welcome to build your own. I'm really excited about this tool, and I can't wait to use it in my classroom.